Welcome to the Voices in Your Head, the one place where you can talk back to them. My name's Mike. I've got the voice that makes the dongs flop and the panties drop, and I'm joined, as always, by the handsomerest of the two twins, Derek. What's good? Good. I'm gonna have to show you Red Dwarf. There's a whole character designed around that. Am I in space? Oh, okay, that's cool.
Hear me?
Oh,
of course I
gosh.
fucked it up. Why wouldn't I fuck it up? Son of a bitch.
God, please.
God damn it. The scuffedness never stops. Fucking hell. Welcome on in, everybody. So welcome to the Voices in Your Head. This is my partner, Vox Geyser, and I'm Clouded Rage. And today we're going to be talking about a few different things. There's a little bit more structure today.
Yeah, we actually thought about it more than 5 minutes in advance. We're doing good this week.
Oh my god, there's no alerts on this screen.
See, on
bro.
the weeks when we don't plan anything, there are literally zero issues
Yep.
with any of the tech stuff. The ones where we're like, okay, like we're gonna talk about these things today, and then everything decides to burn down around us.
That's the way it goes. Ring, thank you so much for the sub. Oh, this is the top tier content you guys swing through for. I love you all. Thank you so much for being here. Drew, welcome on in. Sally, welcome in. Sparrow, welcome in. Ring, all you beautiful people. Hope you're having a great day.
Some of those names look familiar.
I think they might have rolled through from somewhere familiar.
Yeah,
I think they might have rolled through. All right, we're gonna give Ring
Hail
her.
to the king, baby.
There we go. There's her recognition, which it still didn't even show the alert. So I guess fuck me, right? Cool.
Jesus.
All right, well at least it's there.
Whoa.
Hail to the
Oh
king,
shit!
baby.
Sparrow
What is
going in
happening?
hot.
Sparrow going in hot with the gifted 5 subs. You absolute legend. Thank you so much for the gifted
Hail
subs.
to the king,
Yo,
Oh,
we know
baby.
those
shit.
people.
We do know those people too. Holy shit, man. We know everybody on that list. It's impressive. And the fact that that many
Hail
people
to
are
the king,
associated with
baby.
us is impressive.
I know. That is some top tier streamer right
I
there. We
know.
got drones in there. We got
Hail
Quake
to
in
the
there.
king,
We got Sally in
baby.
there.
And
We got
it's
the
all
best
over the
artist on
place.
Twitch. Drew is in there.
Drew's a fucking legend, man. Drew, we need to talk, buddy. I need to get to you about
Hail
some
to the
emotes.
king, baby.
We need to talk about this. I'm the ragiest streamer on Twitch, and I don't even have a fucking rage emote. I feel like that's backwards.
It's true. He's kind of naked without it.
Okay, but anyway, now that we're done playing fuck and I'm done fucking things up, what we're talking about today. So let's talk about that, because I have not said that yet.
I know. So.
So we're gonna actually talk about something that was brought up by our friend Sparrow earlier on Twitter, addressing the difficulty level of games. We're gonna be talking about what I thought was maybe more of a debacle than what it actually might be, with OnlyFans and their explicit content. And then I think we had a third idea, but we can't remember it because we suck. So whatever
You might
happens
have
after
drank
those
too
two.
much this week. I might have smoked too much this
Yeah,
week. And when
I
our
mean-
powers combine, we forget everything.
I might have drank too much this past decade. That's just how it goes.
There was actually a third thing, and we know there was. We just don't remember what
Nope.
it was.
No. Welcome on in, Nessa, by the way. What the fuck?
What? Quake? Was that it?
Maybe Quake. Yeah, Quake's probably not a bad point to talk
We
about.
should talk about Quake a little bit.
Sally, you do your thing. You get your food, you get your rest. You pet the doggo. You do what you gotta do.
Make sure our son is well taken care of, man, please.
So, as long as Sparrow's alright with it, I suppose we could probably start by pulling up his thread, just so we have talking points. We don't have to show it on stream if he doesn't want to, but
You should all go follow Sparrow.
you
on
should all
Twitter,
go follow
though,
Sparrow. I guess he is.
like,
He's a
it is
public
the
account,
best.
correct? Go for it. All right, perfect. Thanks,
It
Sparrow.
is one of the best.
All right, brother. I'm gonna share the screen with you like we did last time, so we actually look like we know what we're doing. And I probably shouldn't say I'm gonna do it, because then it makes me look like I don't know what I'm doing.
Hey,
There we go.
beautiful.
All right. So earlier today, is it still there?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Is this it right here? No.
No, wait, no.
Maybe is it not there anymore? What happened to it? There it is. There it is. What the fuck? Is this all just ads and promoted tweets and shit? Oh no, he's been retweeting. He's been a busy boy on Twitter today. He's been a busy boy. Okay.
Sparrow does what he wants.
Yep. So let's click on. I don't really know how to use Twitter.
You can pick on any of them. Yeah, you can click on any of them and then just scroll up and it'll take you. And then you can click on the top one if you want.
Oh man, you're way more versed in Twitter than I am.
I spent way too much time on Twitter.
Brother, you didn't junk up your timeline. You share the content you want to share, man. I just suck at Twitter. I just don't know what I'm doing. Truthfully, I'm really bad at it because I never use it.
Yeah, IT. I don't fucking blame you for not wanting anything to do with it.
Yeah, it's garbage, dude. Fuck technology. It sucks. All right, so basically, you want to here. You're probably better at summarizing it because I'm so scatterbrained.
Okay.
But go ahead and we'll summarize, and we'll go from there.
Yeah. So the basic overall message that Twitter, Jesus fuck me, that Sparrow is making here is that as he's gotten older, he's come to the conclusion that he likes games, you know, that are either going to be maybe not necessarily easier, but like there's a time and a place for games that are challenging and frustrating and ones that you want to beat your head against the wall with, and then there are also ones that you just want to have the fun power fantasy with. And I agree 100% with that. Like as I've gotten older, I've noticed that like when I want to be challenged by a game, when I want to put in an effort, when I want to be a sweaty little try-hard bitch, that's when I do like the speed running or the challenge runs or shit like that. And his example in the tweet is talking about Altered Beast, playing it at the arcade and spending like $30 on his birthday to beat it. Most of us, well, I can't even say most of us. Most of you fucks are too young to have ever seen an arcade.
Never even been in an arcade. I mean, I've been in. We didn't have like a dedicated one. Nothing like where I could just go like down the street and play Altered Beast because I grew up in the middle of bumfuck nowhere. But like we had ones that were like if you went to amusement parks and shit, they were available. But they are dying. Yeah. It's a dying thing anymore. It's not like
it's a dying thing here. It's a dying thing in the States, 100%. They're still huge in Japan.
Yeah, I feel like I've heard that.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere in Japan, but here nobody wants to fucking be bothered with it.
Well, do you have like sucks. It's Dave & Buster's is a national chain, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like Dave & Buster's is pretty much the only place that you can really go anymore for like a guaranteed arcade experience. Yeah. And it's not even really like old arcade cabinets. Like they have some shooting games, but there's no like fighting games. There's no fucking like Altered Beast or Ghosts and Ghouls. There's none of that shit anymore.
It's the last time I went to a Dave & Buster's was probably close to 10 years ago when I lived with my brother and his boyfriend. And we went just like on a weekend. It was like, hey, you know, family trip, let's go. Just the three of us. And we went into the Dave & Buster's and I'm walking around and I'm looking at it and it's like there's a PlayStation with fucking Batman and Robin. And that's supposed to be an arcade machine. You can suck my ass.
Oh, man. Oh, shit. Okay. So since I felt bad about not doing it properly last time, here you go. Hurry 93 in the motherfucking building. What's going on, Hurry? How you doing, brother? Welcome on in, you beautiful bastard. Yeah. So there was an arcade spot, and we're kind of digressing here. But there was an arcade spot in Pittsburgh. Games in that they used to call it, and it was actually like it was no new arcade cabinets. Like it was all the retro shit. You went in, you used quarters. Like it was a great experience, and they fucking shut it down because of COVID.
Oh,
it's such a bummer. It was such a bummer. But
that sucks.
Yeah, so the concept, before we digress so fucking deeply, is that basically as Sparrow's gotten older, he's become, it's more about like, and I guess even as gaming's progressed, like games have become more about the story that they push. They basically become interactive movies to a certain point. And Sparrow is of the mindset that he enjoys the stroll. He enjoys just enjoying the experience, basically the role playing. Like he talks about Infamous, which we actually talked about last stream.
Oh yeah.
Which is a phenomenal game that by the end of it you are just a fucking god, and it really emphasizes like focusing on how powerful you become. So it's less about the difficulty more about the storytelling, the narrative experience. And Sparrow talks about how he prefers that, which is totally understandable because like it gives you a chance. Like gaming is a lot of people's way to escape from all of their shit, and if you have to sludge through the game, you're probably not going to have as much of a good time with it because you're going to get pissed. It's going to ruin your mood, and you're going to be kind of, it's like basically doubling down. Like you had a shitty day, you come home, play a game, and have a shitty experience with it. It's bound to tear you down.
Yeah, then you're just upset all around.
But I will tell you, Sparrow, and I told Vox this, I felt attacked. I felt attacked because all I'd like to do, and like, I'm still like, and as much as I understand this, and I've posted about this, I think I posted a tweet about the difficulty in video games. Like, there's a lot of people that are elitist whenever it comes to the difficulty of video games. So, like, if you play a game on easy, you're automatically like a bitch. Like, what are you even doing? Why are you even gaming? How are you enjoying that experience? I'm not one of those people. While I like getting my fucking taint kicked into my throat when I play video games, I know that's not everybody's preferred experience. And you can see, like, how angry I get. Now, I will say, like, there are times when you can tell, like, it's almost anger for the fun of being, like, extra and hyped about something and, like, building this experience. And, like, it's anger for a reason. You can tell whenever that anger turns into not being fun anymore. Like,
yeah,
you can tell, like,
difference.
Yeah, like, whenever my demeanor drops and, like, I'm not high energy anymore, I'm just, like, super into the fucking zone where, like, I'm just now getting extra sweaty and extra pissed. That's when like it's taken a step too far. It doesn't happen often on, like, when I'm actually playing games. A lot of times it legitimately just is I'm having fun battling through, like, okay, the difficulty, that what I enjoy about games is being showed an insurmountable task and then climbing that mountain. Like, that's my gaming experience that I prefer.
Yeah, I think I'm a little bit of the same way. I like to be challenged. I like to be pushed, but I know that not everybody's looking for that kind of street to walk.
No.
And I don't blame them. I mean, you know, if I want to just sit, turn my brain off, and fuck up everything in my way, I'm gonna put on Dynasty Warriors.
Oh yeah.
I don't want to play fucking Dynasty Warriors and get my shit kicked in by the 12,000 guys that are there.
Yep.
Like, I don't want them dogpiling. I want to play it and I want to smush everybody.
Yep.
I want to fuck their day up.
Yeah, and there are games that are like that where I just want to fucking, like, long day, you're not wanting to put on a show, you're not wanting to, like, put yourself through a bunch of shit. You sit down, you turn on something simple, and you just fucking play. Like, those are good. There are days that like that where I just need that type of gaming experience, and that works for me. And then there are days where that gaming experience bores the shit out of me, and I need to do something more challenging or more competitive. It's about it's not about the journey, it's the feeling after. 100%. It's all about how you feel accomplished. Like, I've talked about that before. Like, even when I was playing Demon Souls, like, playing it casually was really good and fun, but I couldn't wait till I was done with it so I could make it more annoying and try to speedrun it. And I get the most satisfaction out of being able to speedrun games. Like, that's whenever I can accomplish that, whenever I can get the route down, whenever I can finish a run, and, like, it doesn't even have to be, like, top 10% on the board. Like, I don't even give a shit. It's about the learning experience. It's finally successfully putting that all together and having one complete, solid line through a game.
Just making it all work. Yeah.
There's a new series by Tecmo, but, like, it's basically the Dynasty Warriors gameplay, but in Japan.
Huh.
I never dug too much into the Dynasty Warriors. My buddy was always a huge fan of them. I played him here and there whenever I was hanging out with him. It was never something that I super got into. Like, I'm trying to think of, like, the games, like, nowadays, if I'm looking for a simple experience, and it can even be a rage-inducing case, I guess, itself. But, like, I play like Crash, or like Crash Bandicoot, or Crash Racing, or some simple shit like that, or I'll throw in a game of Madden, or I'll, like, dumb around in a COD lobby. Like, there are days where I just have this urge to do something, and then there are days where I have the urge to get my dick kicked in and play Souls games, and the Souls thing's really becoming a prevalent. Like I have all the Souls games, and all I want to do is play them now. And Neos and fucking Ghost of Tsushima. I want to play all of that shit now.
This is starting to sound like it's going to turn into a Souls-like marathon.
It might.
Speed runs.
It might. But you also talk about in here like basically the school dickhead trying to assert dominance over you by stating how fast he finished like Final Fantasy and stuff like that. That's a mentality that I've never really understood. Like, I get like,
yeah, I don't get it.
Friendly competitiveness is one thing. Like me talking shit on Vox is always it's never like I'm never trying to assert my dominance over Vox. It's not a thing that like if like in Wanted, like whenever I talk shit in Wanted, it's not that I'm like, hey, fuck you, dude, I'm better. It's like me coaxing him in to try and like just fuck with him. Like we're friends, dude. That's what I've always done with my friends. And I it's not anything to assert dominance. Speedrunning isn't that serious. It's never going to, in my mind, never really going to be that serious. It's a hobby. It's meant to be fun. But gaming in general is the same way. Just because you do something better than somebody else doesn't mean you get to like try to fucking assert dominance and be a dick about stuff. Like I don't understand that.
I'm still waiting for you to assert your dominance over the headshot percent category.
Fuck that, bro. Yeah, fuck that. Fuck that. Do we have to go to the B-roll? Do we have to go to the fucking clips? Fucking bullshit.
I would love it. Yeah, like I'll poke fun about that one, but dude, I would never ever sit here and be like, oh, you don't have the world record in that one.
Yeah.
Like, no, that's because nobody fucking wants it. No. I have it by default because I'm the only person that's fucking dumb enough to run that shitbox category.
Dude, it's so bad. It's the worst category. It makes no horrible. Fucking sense.
Yeah, but I mean, think about it. Neither of us, we probably would have never met each other if it hadn't been for, you know, speedrunning and what it's actually about, and just the community and hanging out and having fun and just trying to push the game.
Yeah, I think
like there is that whole thing, like you said, about pushing each other, but it's more like, you know, Mr. Miyagi and Daniel pushing each other to be better people.
Yeah, except we do a different kind of waxing on.
That's true.
We're a little bit more we're a little bit more intimate in that nature. I think actually what like made us even like the first time I ever really had spoken to you, I think Fano had said that you were looking for somebody to speedrun Rava. And probably. I was like, all right, dude, I'll download it. And then I messaged you. I was like, I don't know what I'm doing, bro. I suck. Like, this is horrible. And then somehow that just, like, spun into us doing Wanted together. I think Wanted is, like, where we, like, really became friends over, like, really became friends.
Wanted was definitely the big catalyst for it because I still remember that. I was just playing it casually and just fucking around with it. And fucking this guy comes into my stream and he's like, hey, I'll race you and Wanted. And I'm like, okay. And then, you know, here we are like 8 months later.
Fucking miserable. We're both miserable for having suffered through. No, dude, it was definitely a great time. But
it was. But I still need to go back and play that more.
Yeah, you do. I need you to come back. I told you, didn't I tell you if you took world record in that, I'd start fucking with Rava? Didn't I tell you that?
You might have. You said a lot of things about Rava. I don't know.
Fucking Rava. Great game. It's a wonderful game. I can't speedrun platform. I'm shit at platformers. But yeah. Of course, the first time I ever meet Vox, I'm T-posing right. I'm gonna T-pose to him and make him hug me in the T-pose. That's what's gonna happen. We're just gonna T-pose. We're gonna T-pose at each other and just bang chests. And that's it's gonna be the Clash of the Titans. We're just gonna be T-posing in a room together, just touching chests. That's just the way it's gonna be.
That's how it'll be. And everybody just look at us like, what the fuck?
Hopefully it's not in public. Hopefully that's behind closed doors.
Can you imagine just being out and about like, oh, hey man, this fucking T-pose chest bump. What the fuck are those guys doing? And you just look over and you're like, it's a mating ritual from Twitch, you uncultured fuck.
Goddamn uncultured swine. Get out of here. We don't need you anywhere. We're gods, goddammit. We're gods.
Bitch, do you know who I am? I have like 700 followers on Twitch, you fucking asshole. Do you know who you're talking to?
There's t-shirts with my fucking link on it that I made myself. And I'm pretty sure I'm the only one that bought them. But what the fuck do you know?
Oh my god. Look, we couldn't stay on topic if you paid us.
No, we really can't. It's a fucking disaster. It's a disaster.
As far as the topic goes, I know people who are on the exact opposite end of the spectrum to Sparrow. The people who are super into, like, oh, if you're playing it on easy, then, you know, you're a fucking loser. What are you doing? You're not even playing the game right. And it's like, I know people who play games on easy because that's literally the pinnacle of how much they can handle. Because, you know, as long as I've been on Twitch, I've met a lot of people. And some of my friends that I've met on here are disabled in, you know, some ways or other ways. And one of them happens to have a degenerative disease that is, you know, over time since I've met her, has taken her from being able to use her hands fairly well to a point where now she can't really use them as much, and she has to use, you know, customized controllers with either bigger buttons or foot pedals or things like that so that she can just play the game like everybody else.
Yep.
And she might have to play it on a lower difficulty because of that. So,
oh yeah, 100%.
Yeah, like there's a good reason to play something on easy. You know, or even if you just want to play the game on easy, who the fuck cares?
Well,
who gives a shit what other people think? Play the game how you want.
Exactly,
it's your fucking
dude.
game.
You paid the money for it. You enjoy your experience how you want to enjoy it. Because that was always like, they even got to a point where like game devs, because they always have like the descriptions of tied to difficulties. Like, if those that want a challenge, that are super used to FPS games, this is what we recommend. For those that want their fucking asshole just reamed to the size of fucking Yellowstone, this is for you. Like, there's always been that thing, and easy has always generally been, if you want to enjoy the experience of the story, you play easy. Yeah. Like, this is the best way, because if you play on the harder difficulties, it's like a commercial break whenever you die. It's like you're watching a movie on network TV, and it's like, all right, man, this part that's coming up, you know the movie, you're like, this is good, I can't wait, I haven't seen this movie in forever, and like, just as it is about to like pop off, it's like, come down and try our tasty wheats. I'm like, no, motherfucker, what the fuck happened? What? No! No! I don't need that. I don't want to buy that. I'm fucking coming down. I want to see this fight, you fucking dick. Like,
and you know what? That's going to be the day that they have the intern working and he forgets to pause the movie before running the commercial break. So you come back and it's just the aftermath of the fight scene that you waited like 45 minutes for.
Yep.
And then fucking Ronald, the intern over here, has fucked up your whole afternoon.
It's like as if, like, whenever Thanos snapped, it just fucking cut off. It's like, no! But that's the thing about playing games on harder difficulties. You lose the fucking experience.
I'm just thinking of like Thanos snapping instantly into a commercial break, and whoever it was that was about to turn into your next hacky sack is just fucking commercial break.
Yes, that's it. Fucking
come get
done.
A McRib.
Yeah, I don't need your fucking shitty fake meat, you asshole. I wanted to see it happen. But no, that's the entire thing. If you play it on easy, you're not gonna have those breaks in entertainment. Like, it's like watching a movie from start to end, at least. And that's maybe not even the case for somebody like anybody. I guess I can't even say that. If you're like, for me, when I play easy, it was like when Resident Evil fucked me, and it took it down to the easiest difficulty.
That wasn't fun for you.
No, it wasn't entertaining to me, but
it hindered your experience, if anything.
But as far as like, if I was trying to just take in the entire story, that would definitely be the best way, because there wasn't even a hint of a possibility that I was going to fuck up at any point, except for the instant death on fuckhead McGee in the water.
Yeah.
But like, that's the whole situation. It's not like, okay, we're at the boss fight, and that's the thing. Like, boss fights are supposed to be big and climactic, and it's supposed to have like weight and impact. And it's like Demon Souls. You roll in for 2 fucking seconds, and you're just mounted by a fucking fire beast. Like, if you had the option to play it on easy, the cinematic experience of that giant fucker rolling out and, like, you fighting them and feeling like a badass and conquering them, like, that would be the experience that you would get on easy. Souls games are obviously meant to be difficult. It's like the description on Demon Souls is the original challenge remastered on PS5. Like,
Yeah.
it's like the original challenge game. So that game was specifically meant, and I know a lot of people that will not play those types of games because there's no entertainment in it for them, because they don't get to actually experience the game. They just get fucked.
Yeah.
But, like, that's got some great artwork in it. The game looks phenomenal. It looks stunning. If you could just enjoy the kind of the weight of the scenario in the whole thing, it would be really cool. Just like basically watching like a movie.
Yeah. Like, despite my own show earlier, I'm not huge on puzzle games, really, or like heavy puzzle games, because normally I just get bored real quick, and I'm just like, you know what, I'm not playing this to think, I'm playing this to play games. Like, you know, I think that's probably why I personally gravitate towards stuff like Splinter Cell, where it has that light, I guess, puzzle solving element of, you know, guards routing and whatever they're gonna do, but I'm always moving forward, I'm always doing something.
Yeah. Well, that's like Q said, like, he likes to play fighting games on easy and then act like he has the biggest dick. I had a friend that would play sports games in college, and he would, like, customize his team, turn his team sliders the whole way up, and then just dunk on fools all day long. And then, like, but the difference between all that is he acted like he was the shit. Like, he'd be like, dude, I played NBA all day today. I skipped class, I stayed home, and I just tuned in, and I took on fucking Kobe Bryant and LeBron on the same team, and I scored 150 on them. I'm like, yeah, dude. Like, I fucking, like, yeah, you could lay the controller down, and the computer would score 150 for you, because your team is max stats. You turn their sliders down to nothing, but that's the way he enjoyed the game. That's how he enjoyed the game, so fuck it. Who am I to say anything? Who am I to say anything about that? If that's the way you like it, that's the way it should be. Jared, I definitely agree. Last of Us is a great game to play on the easiest difficulty because it is a giant cinematic experience. Like, Last of Us 2, I haven't even finished. It's just, it's a little slow for me. Like, it was always, like, it takes me a long time to get through it. My attention span's gone by the time I get anywhere in Last of Us 2. But, like, it's one that I would never speedrun because 95% of the game is just cutscenes. That's what it feels like for the, first half of the game is just cutscenes.
Oof. See, I haven't played the second one. I've only ever played the first one.
Like, I tried to play it on stream, and I feel like it was a very boring experience because nothing happens. It's like the story happens, but, like, nothing gameplay-wise. It's like, all right, this, like, something happens over here. There's a cutscene. Okay, you get control. You kill one person. It's like, oh, wait! Nope, new cutscene. Here we go. Here we go. And it's like, dude, no, I don't need you to do this. Like, at least let me play the shit.
That would drive me fucking nuts.
Sparrow, that's another good point. A lot of people come on Twitch to watch other people do things that they enjoy watching, they want to see, but they don't want to do themselves. Like with speedrunning, like, there's not, speedrunners aren't doing anything that anybody can't do. Everybody can pick up a fucking game and speedrun it. It takes practice, it takes patience, but it's not it's not like I'm special because I can speedrun a video game. I just hate myself enough to play the game 1,000 times over and get to a point where I can be decent at it.
I'm awaiting your Rava submission on them grounds then, buddy.
Dude, I just don't... I can't do it. I can't, bro, I just can't do it. I just can't.
That's okay, you can tune in and watch me do it.
Yeah, exactly. No, I said I was going to do Rava. I'll do Rava at some point. I got to get the list of 3 million runs done. That, like, I'm like, oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna take this on, like, Link to the Past. I was like all into that, man, and now I'm like learning Demon Souls. I don't know what's happening.
You know, it's okay.
To rage quit long games if they get too difficult. I long games in general, I just don't stay in. Again, but I'm kind of, it's kind of the opposite for me. If long games are too easy, that's when it loses my attention. I like to be Loki against the Hulk. Like, I like that scene where Hulk just smashes Loki back and forth on the ground. I want to be Loki. Smash me, daddy. Fucking smash me. Come at me. Like, ruin my day.
Put me in timeout.
Yeah. Aye, Poppy, come on. Fucking.
Vamos,
me.
papi, por favor.
Yeah, you really do, Jared. You have to be in a mood for Last of Us type games for sure.
Yeah, like even me, as moderately as I like Metal Gear, last time I was playing, when I was playing it last week, I just started skipping through code calls and cutscenes.
Yep.
I'm like, Kojima, I just don't fucking care, bro.
It's just too much for me, bro. I get it. No, I understand completely. Because it's
like your cutscenes are too long and your game controls like dog shit in a plastic bag. I'm done.
Yeah, I've really found myself being less because there was a period of time like everybody's all pissed off when they spend $60 on a game and it's like 8 hours. That's my sweet spot. That's perfect. Thank you for that. I'm happy with 8 hours. It's like they got to a point where if this game doesn't take me 90 hours to beat, I'm not interested. Problem with that, for me, I can't. It's too much. Like The Witcher 3, phenomenal game. Beautiful game.
Oh, yeah.
Story was great. I'm like 2% of the way through that game because every time I turn it on, I look at the map and then I exit the game because it's too fucking big. It's too much.
I don't blame you one bit.
You like to be the Hulk against Loki? Yeah, and that's what Sparrow was saying. Yeah, Sparrow agrees. He likes the scenario where he can go on a power trip. It's cool to be that power. I mean, it's cool to roll through with the biggest dick energy that you could possibly have. I get that. I understand that.
That's why I like rolling out in Mortal Kombat 11. I'll roll out with Rambo.
Yeah.
Not only because he's one of my favorite characters ever, but because he's the one that actually flows well for me too, which is like some kind of fucking miracle. And I can just kind of fucking walk through most of the computer players without much of a problem.
Yeah. I mean, and that's the cool thing. If you're good at if you can get that feeling, if you're good at something or good with someone in a game like that, that's the way you enjoy it. Play it that way. Yeah, Rambo dick energy.
Rambo dick energy.
Well, Rambo implies just big in general, because I mean, come on, it's Sly. Like, I mean,
yeah,
he
wasn't even that big.
He wasn't
either. That's the fucking crazy part.
He got way bigger. I love Sly, man. Legend. Yeah. I always wanted to watch his porn. I can never find it.
Wasn't it the Italian Stallion?
Yeah,
Isn't that what it was?
He started. That's how he got his career start. Right. He started in porn and then went into acting.
I think he only did one, but I think he only did one. I don't know for sure, but yeah, he went from porn to acting.
I just want a black and white still of Sly in that movie on my wall. That's every day. I'll just wake up and like pat it as I walk by for inspiration. Just, hey Sly, let's go, buddy.
Let's go. Let's get that Italian Stallion longer donger flopping and get this day under control.
Let's make this day our fucking bitch, Sly. Let's go. Used to love MMOs, but they're big at such a scale I can't handle it anymore. I play for 4 hours and accomplish almost nothing. Right there with you, brother. So Jared is the person that I actually experienced MMOs with for the first time. We worked together.
Oh, okay.
He got me into Guild Wars 2. I played it with him very minutely because, I mean, Jared was the Rambo of Guild Wars 2 at the time whenever I rolled through. He had everything, man. Yeah. And, I played it with him for a good amount of time. Not even really a good amount of time. Holy shit. Sterling Mallory going in with the gifted tier 1 sub to Punk Rock Ian. Ian, enjoy the sub. Sterling, thank you so much, my friend, for the gifted sub. Yep. Slander, there's so many people, and a lot of people that actually roll through to my stream that really enjoy MMOs, it seems. Like, Vox enjoys them. Baby. And then Sterling going in with the sub himself. Buddy, your support is incredible. Guys, seriously, if you don't already, please go show Sterling Mallory some love. And actually, while we're at it, since this cuck won't shout himself out.
Don't make me shout you out, bitch.
It's my goddamn channel, Vox! You can't shout me out here. At least you don't
I'm a moderator here. I can do whatever the fuck I want.
This is my fucking house, too. I'm having this show. I'm going to take my fucking talents elsewhere if you don't start appreciating me around these parts, okay?
Do whatever
Taking my
the fuck
goddamn
I
talents down to Miami so I can bitch slap Box in the fucking face. That's what's gonna.
You're gonna have a hard time finding me in Miami because that's a long way.
Here's what I'm saying. No, you see, now I knew that was gonna happen, so I'm gonna lead into it. I can reach you from there with my goddamn giant dick, Vox. Fucking.
The Italian stallion coming through.
I'm coming down to sly you in the face, motherfucker. Try me.
Bring it on.
You're fucking T-posing in Miami. It'll be like a beacon. It'll be like the bat signal to Vox. It'll be come rolling down.
Fucking spin around, taking out high rises. That's okay, Nessa. We appreciate
at least until Vox is going straight down the VIP status after this debacle. I'm fucking sick of his shit. Sick of his shit.
Not again.
All right, so yeah, that's a fucking 43-minute ramble about nothing and something all at the same time. That's how we work around here.
We kind of stayed on topic. We tried to.
I mean, it is.
The moral of the story is play games however the fuck you want, as long as you're not impeding someone else's enjoyment.
Yeah.
Because there have been there have been plenty of times when I've been playing any MMO. Sorry to bring the MMOs back into the spotlight, a negative one. But, there are times like Final Fantasy 14. One of the things is people like, oh, I pay my sub, I can play however I want. And it's like, when it's a detriment to me, no, you cannot.
Yeah. Yeah. That's if you're impacting the community, that's one thing. But honestly, that's the way I feel about life in general. Like, I don't give a fuck what you're doing. Live your life how you want. I'm the same way about gaming. Live your life how you want. Like, it's if your hobby's malicious, if your hobby is fucking jacking cars, then okay, maybe don't live your life the way, maybe don't come steal my fucking whip. I'd appreciate it if you didn't. But I don't know, if you like anime, enjoy anime. If you like fucking arts and crafts, enjoy arts and crafts. If you like to play video games on fucking easy, play video games on easy. Live your life how you fucking want to. That's, in general, that's how your life should be, and especially in gaming, because gaming's meant to be fun, and that's what it was created to do. Fucking enjoy your life and gaming. It's just the way you need to be. Who gives a shit? Who cares?
Don't live the GTA life. That's right. That's right, Nessa.
My GTA told me to do it, Ness. God damn it.
Boy.
The SRB said it was for mature. I'm mature. I can do whatever I want. I can play the game and live out my power fantasies.
I'm 17 years old. I know what I'm doing. No, you don't. You can't even tie your own fucking shoes, Steven. Shut up. I hope there's nobody in here named Steven.
Loop, swoop, and pull, motherfucker. Let's get it going.
There's anybody in here named Steven, I'm sorry.
I'm not. Fuck you, Steven. Get your shit together.
Wow.
No, I love you, Steven. I love you, Steven. I'm just kidding.
Whoever you are. So our next topic.
Oh, God. Okay, here we go.
I mean, we go from talking about getting fucked in video games by other people. Brad, what a fucking nerd.
Brad. So this is going to be actually kind of a tough to share any media from topic. I don't know.
A little bit.
So I'm gonna browse my articles off screen here. That's what I'm gonna do.
That sounds good.
So yeah, presenter Vox.
Yeah. So OnlyFans made an announcement recently that they were going to start limiting the type of content that they allow on their platform. Now, of course, the first knee-jerk reaction was, oh my God, they're taking away the porn. All these poor sex workers now have nothing to do. And it's like, oh, hang on just a second. They'll be fine. I promise they'll be fine because they're not getting kicked off the platform. They're not having anything taken away from them. What they are doing is they want to limit some of the really questionable shit. They don't want things like incest, which I don't know how you expect to prove that.
Yeah, that's...
Or revenge porn. That one I don't know how you expect to prove. All that is the title of the video, and you change it. And
You can still have the scenario play out the same. It's
yes, Nessa.
Yeah, and that's you can take those TikTok leggings all the way to the OnlyFans bank. So
There you go.
I've been looking into this a good bit because I do have friends that are entertainers on OnlyFans.
That's
and
the way to put it.
yeah, and
Just the way you put it. Not that I think it's funny that that's what they do. I just the way you put it is what makes me giggle.
hey man, see, and I'm always of the mindset like all my friends, I support them greatly in all those endeavors. I think that it's a totally 1,000,000% valid way to get money, way to work. It's a fucking lot of work, and it's a great way of making income. So I've been looking into this a good bit. So there was an article that that Vox had sent me earlier. I guess it was more. I don't even know what it came from. I've been trying to find what you sent me earlier in like an art, like in like actual form from them. It's the only time I've seen what you said. I don't know if it's just not like well known yet, or if it's not out and about, or if people are still just trying to get the clicks from basically tearing OnlyFans apart. In general, they still just keep saying explicit content on a lot of the sites that I'm running through. So whenever they said explicit content, I immediately was like, that's the worst fucking business decision that any company could ever make. Because originally they said that nudity will still be allowed, but under certain restrictions, which I'm assuming that those restrictions are the ones that we were talking about. I'm going to stick to just referring to them as restrictions because labeling them out, naming them out, Twitch is TOS. They're worse than, their rules are worse than OnlyFans. Like there's no actual clear and concise, you're allowed to do this, you're not allowed to do that. Twitch's TOS is bullshit. So I'm going to stick from saying some of the words.
Foggy suggestion at best.
So I would like to see something from OnlyFans specifically stating that. I don't know if that's, like, I haven't been able to find anything like that. But originally I thought this is the worst fucking decision that you could ever make. Because from my understanding, I think OnlyFans charges a 20%, like they basically take a 20% cut on the back end. You have performers that are making upwards of hundreds of thousands of dollars a month. So whenever they came out with the news that they were banning sexually explicit content, I would just assume that they were going under. Like, you built your back off of these people that supply this content, and now you're basically saying, fuck you, get off of our platform. Thanks for bringing us to the top. Have fun, go somewhere else. And it didn't make any sense. Like, why would you do that? What was your thought process there? So what we were talking about, where they're just kind of cutting out the more extreme scenarios, basically so that they can go a little bit more mainstream, because right now I think they're having problems getting investors and people to just like back them. So becoming a mainstream platform, the stuff that they're talking about taking off of the platform makes sense. And they've also come under a little bit of scrutiny with some underage performers, like underage content. Like that's kind of the way that the industry is in general. It's like Pornhub came under a lot of fire because of age content a few months back, and Visa, and I think it was, I remember if it was Visa and MasterCard, but it was basically two of the two credit companies basically said, fuck you for this, we're not going to work with you. But I get it, because investors are so like exactly what Q said, investors are so cowardly, platforms are so cowardly, like advertisers pulling funding, backers being too hesitant to associate themselves with something that they see as taboo is very crazy. It's like the whole cancel culture thing on it's like
on anywhere,
because it's like you can't like that a lot of people, when they're smaller, they're more open and honest about things. When they get bigger, they have to kind of shut their mouths, because anybody that's feeding funding to them basically clearly states that, like, if you fuck up, we're out, dude. So now your entire living's like vulnerable if somebody doesn't like something you say. And what happens in this case is if these companies would stop fucking panicking every time anything like this came up, pulling their funding, kicking people off, if companies would stop reacting that way, I think that all this shit would calm down.
Probably.
Like, if you have no weight, like if you as an individual have no weight to basically pull somebody down, because you know, like, all right, you should fire them, or you should do this, like, If they don't have that weight to make that action happen, you'll probably get rid of a lot of the people that are bitching about this stuff.
More than likely, I would say. But given what is listed, I think a lot of that stuff is stuff that need.
Yeah, it's reasonable.
That's more than reasonable.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and like I said, I don't know 100%. Like, I've been trying to the amount of time that I've had find documentation from them that states what exactly, and that could very well be from their terms of service or something. And they could have said specifically, like, this is why we're doing this is what we're removing, but I'm still just seeing articles that say they're talking about explicit companies. They're saying that they're doing it because of credit card companies and because of backers. I haven't seen in many places the stuff that they were talking about, the stuff that they were describing removing, but that also, once again, could be them just trying to clickbait shit and get their sites traffic up. But they're still posting articles as of an hour ago that say that they're updated, and they all just talk about like how they're still just getting, they just say explicit content. They don't say like, oh no, they're not getting rid of explicit content, they're getting rid of these veins of that explicit content.
Right. I almost feel like I need to go make an OnlyFans account just to check out what their TOS is.
Yeah. Like, I feel like that's probably the only way that you're going to get clear and concise. But this is also the other thing that worries me about this, and I kind of talked with you about this earlier. Is it going to become a thing where that's basically the gateway to them, like, showing favoritism? So if you make $40,000 a month on the platform, we'll ban you, but we'll pull you back 5 times like we're Twitch? Or is that going to be like a universal, it doesn't matter if you pull in $200 a month and we only get 20% of that, or you pull in $200,000 a month and we get 20% of that. The rules are clear and concise across the board. There's no gray area. If you breach one of these things, we will ban you. You have the opportunity to appeal. We will take an actual physical person and look at the appeal, and if it's valid, we will give you your account back. That way you're not losing income. Like, there's a lot of things that can go on in these spaces that, like, it's hard to be covered. It's hard to be secure, kind of doing that line of work.
Yeah, because that's a good point. Is it going to turn out like Twitch has turned out, where it's gone from pushing the boundaries of TOS and seeing just what people can get away with, and then winding up going like, well, these ones, they bring us a lot of money, so we're just going to give them their own category. Which, fine, make your money.
Yeah.
I don't care. It has zero effect on me if someone's streaming out of a hot tub, or running around next to a pool in a bikini.
Yep.
It doesn't take any, and this is one of the things, it doesn't take any viewers away from me. The people that wanted to watch that were there to begin with, and the people who want to watch me are there to begin with. It's not taking anything away from me.
Yeah,
but
and I've said that in the past. Like, I really don't care what you do. It has no impact on me. Now, I've talked with female streamers who it does have an impact on. Not that they're taking viewers away from them, but that it basically, like, the argument that I've heard in the past from female streamers is it basically builds a persona around. Perception. Yeah, like this fucking I can't even say the word. This like warped viewpoint of female streamers to the point where you can't even like wear a low cut top or like have your arms showing without being accused of using that for viewership, which is fucking insane to me, dude. Like, nobody's gonna come into my stream if I'm wearing a tank top and be like, oh, so you're just showing off your arms so you can get females in here. No, bro, I'm not. Like, I'm a hot fucking fat boy. Like, it's heated in here. Like, women, but that's the way I feel like I see a lot of female streamers get, viewed, and you get that perception about them, and it makes them not want to create content, which is fucking insane. It's insane.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate. Like, I can understand why it makes them feel that way. Like, if you're, being perceived one way because of a lot of other people, then that's, to kind of tie it to speedrunning. Like, there was a huge blowout for some fucking game nobody cares about, some Yu-Gi-Oh game, and basically what happened was these guys in the speedrunning Discord were shit talking this girl for having gotten a spot in the Femme Fatales marathon. And they're like, oh, well, they only chose her because she's a woman. And at first it's like, well, no fucking shit. It's Femme Fatales, you idiot.
Yep.
They're all women in that one. And then they go on to like, oh, I'm not trying to throw shade, but, you know, she's not even part of the Discord. And it's like, seeing you absolute subhuman fucks talk the way you do, no wonder. And no wonder you guys haven't been chosen for GDQ. No wonder you guys haven't been chosen for anything else. You're a bunch of toxic assholes.
Yep. Well, that's...
And that could reflect on the rest of speedrunning, which in turn, to keep it relevant, is, you know, you've got the ones in that side that are using whatever they can to try to get as far as they can, and then, you know, on others, unfortunately, it can reflect poorly.
Yeah. And like, I guess, like, because we've talked about this once again before, where the only problem that I have with the hot tub content is it's so frustrating to me because, like, some streamer will get banned for, like, one thing while a bigger streamer will not get banned for the same thing. Or if they do get banned, they're reinstated, like, 2 days later.
Yeah, what was that a couple months ago? One of those girls that got banned for, like, 2 or 3 days, and she's like, haha, 3-day weekend.
Yep. Yeah. That was
like
the entire
that.
thing. Your rules are so fucking spotty that they don't make sense. People don't know what they're actually supposed to do on the platform. And it makes it even harder when you ban one person for the same thing you don't ban another person for. Yeah, but that other person is bringing money, ad revenue, everything to Twitch, so they're fucking fine with it. They're cool with it. But the smaller streamer that doesn't really so much have a financial footprint in their databases, they're like, well, get the fuck out of here. Like, I don't, that's what pisses me off. Now, if your rules are clear and concise and you stick to them, if you stick to your guns, it's one of the things that I've bitched about for fucking, like, the NFL and actually just the fucking, like, systems in general, like, any judicial system or anything like that. I've always fucking hated it, where the punishment doesn't match the crime. And that happens across sports, that happens across entertainment, that happens across everything, where, like, one person will, like, there's been a ton of, like, there was a lot of domestic issues in the NFL, like in the National Football League, and one person would, like, do this thing and the repercussions for them were monumental, while another person could literally kill somebody, and they're like, well, see you next season, like, can't wait to have you back, and then we'll promote the fuck out of you next. Like, okay, dude, like, if that's gonna be the way you handle it, then fucking handle that for everybody. But if it's not, if you're not handling it that way for everybody, then there's no clear and concise justice here. There's no clear and concise path. So you fucking shouldn't be able to do anything. If this person can do it and get away with it, then this person should be able to do it and get away with it. If this person can't do it and get away with it, then this person shouldn't be able to do it and get away with it. Like, have your fucking rules clear and outlined.
Like, I'm of the mindset that let's say it's a perfect world and Twitch has their shit sorted out. They have the rules and they stick to it. I'm going to have a lot more respect for them as a company and as a platform when they have the rules, they stick to it. Like, doesn't matter if you're the top 1% or the bottom of the barrel just starting out. If you both break the rules and you both get banned and it's permanent, well, you know, I'm going to respect Twitch a lot more for it. But instead, I'm here making fun of them on a talk show.
Yes. Yeah.
And on my own show.
Yep, exactly. Keo, I agree with you. I wish there was competition, because competition is better for the end user. If you are the only game in town, or the by far and away the biggest game in town, shit like this starts to happen, where decisions aren't made for the better of the community. Decisions are made for the betterment of the company. Like, it's like, unless there is some direct competitor, and that's like, there was what was it, a couple years ago, somebody was trying to I think corner the market on cell phone processors or something. Like, I can't remember exactly what it was, but there was a huge outcry against that, because if that happens, then they can basically charge as much as they want and have as shoddy workmanship as they want. It doesn't matter, they're the only game in town. Like, you'll see that a lot whenever companies make patents and shit. Like, like patents are great for companies because you're now the only game in town, but eventually it gets to a point where like you're a piece of shit and like it doesn't matter because I have no other choice. You're the only game in town. That's like if you look at like what Intel was doing against AMD in the processor race. Intel for a long period of time was far better than anything AMD's chipset could offer. AMD turned around and started making Ryzen chips. Now Intel has direct competition that is cheaper and often performs better, especially in the stream space. And it's causing Intel chips to like that. Basically, for them, it's causing them to have to reevaluate their game. It was like whenever Intel was releasing a chip, AMD came out, said basically that their chip was going to cost this amount. Intel matched the price of that chip, and then AMD came out and fucking released it for cheaper. Like, it was brilliant. It was fucking awesome. It was awesome. But, like, that makes it great for the end user. Now, of course, right now, all the PC part market is fucked. It's completely scuffed between mining and COVID. Everybody was at home. Everybody was building machines. Everybody needed equipment for working from home. And all the cryptocurrency shit, mining is causing prices to skyrocket on GPUs specifically. RAM and processors are coming back down. They are becoming more reasonable. The supply and the demand is there because now I think chip makers are back in manufacturers making these chips. How the fuck did we get here? Huh?
I don't even try to follow the train of thought anymore.
Holy fuck, how do we get here? Anyway, competition is good.
It's all relevant. I swear to God it is.
We went from talking about pussies to processors. What the fuck happened, man? What the fuck happened? Oh, God. Okay, anyway.
Yo, I'm sure that was a typo, but...
Holy shit.
Look, the fact of the matter is competition is best for business.
Yes. So, and that was the immediate, like, whenever OnlyFans said this, immediately people started talking about, like, what's the other options? What are the other options? Like, all right, there's this site, and these other sites started releasing statements. Like, there's one, I think it's called Just for Fans, I think. They released a statement saying, we are a company that was made by people who work in the pornographic industry. It's made by sex workers for sex workers. Like, we are here. I don't know about their back-end infrastructure. I don't know. I don't have experience, obviously, with the company. I don't know anybody that has experience with the company, so I can't really talk. Like, I can't really talk to their actual platform. But the statement that they released yesterday was phenomenal, saying that we are this company made for this purpose. We do not have. We will never go mainstream. We will never ban that type of content. We are here specifically for that type of content. We're not going to try and be something we're not. We're here to support you. And it was a great statement. And a lot of people started considering them the next avenue. And I think, regardless of what the situation here, I think that whenever they came out, they said what they said. They didn't add enough clarity to it. They turned a bunch of people off. The way that they responded to it was poor. And I think they're going to drive a lot of people away from their platform just in general based on merit. Regardless of whether they're actually getting full-blown rid of explicit content or not, and regardless of whether they're just getting rid of the things that are in that screenshot that we looked at earlier, because I'm still looking, and there was articles posted and updated. It's hard to find actual information on it, but there was ones that are quotes. Like, what will be banned, ? Quotations. Any content containing sexually explicit conduct, according to OnlyFans. It did not explicitly say what that means, though it likely covers pornographic posts of all kinds. The company committed to share more details in coming days, as well to actively support and guide our creators through this change in content guidelines. When that is your initial release to the public, that's fucking bad. That does not look good for you based on the like, especially what made you so popular. The only thing that built your site, like, nobody came to your site like, okay, I'm gonna use this as a fucking different version of Patreon. From day one, that's pretty much what the site was used for. It was for people that like made this type of content and distributed it. What I heard yesterday is they wanted to basically become like, the name suggests that they're going to become a Patreon if they just get rid of sexually explicit content, but I'm pretty sure Patreon allows somewhat
I was gonna say I'm pretty
explicit
sure
content.
Patreon allows stuff like that.
So you probably you'll probably lose the Patreon race at that point. And then I heard something about them wanting to become a pay for knowledge, like courses, like Udemy or Skillshare. Well, that market's already fucking cornered. So
yeah,
what are you really? Nobody's gonna go to OnlyFans.com to learn about fucking Python. Like, nobody's no, I'm not like, what do you I think I only, babe, don't worry about that OnlyFans subscription, it's my Python learning class. No, don't worry, no. Like, no, dude, no. There's already shit that's in place that's got the market cornered, and as far as I'm aware, a lot of people don't have problems with. I'm pretty sure that Skillshare and Udemy are two very big sites that people really fucking like and people really appreciate. Yeah, it might be a different kind of Python they're looking for.
No, yeah, I mean,
there's a ton of sites that are out there that have these online courses. Skillshare is great because I think it's cheaper than Udemy, and it's just people that do the work sharing their knowledge. Like, it's basically people. And I think it kind of is kind of like Udemy, where like there are classes. There's Code Academy. There's Udemy. I mean, there's shit out there, and then there's fucking YouTube. So I mean. Yeah. Well, I don't really understand what they're trying to do with that. So, from what I saw earlier when they were talking about cannot show, promote, or advertise bestiality, incest, things that make sense, I get it. Because the incest thing has become gigantic, especially in the States, I think. I don't really, like, step porn is huge.
Yeah, that's a huge
It's
thing.
like, you go to Pornhub, on the first page, there's, like, every, like, step cousin, step brother, step sister, step mom. Ooh, oh, I'm stuck in the dryer, step brother. Like, okay, motherfucker, chill out. Like,
save me, Uncle Daddy.
Like, that's the worst fucking family reunion of all time. It's just like you walk into a dick parade. Like, I don't understand, but like, I get what you're coming. I get you're trying to avoid touchy situations to have a better view of your platform. Now, also at the same time, I do understand that, like, there are people that's their shit, that's their jam, that's like hardcore bondage is their shit. I understand that there's a whole market for that, and I get it. There are some things that I don't understand, and if that is true and concise, if they do put their guidelines in place, and they follow them to a T, and nobody's ever in the gray area, nobody's ever unsure about where their images are going, what their content's going to be distributed to. I think that's okay. They have a lot of PR work to do in that space after what they did yesterday. It's not going to be great.
No, they're gonna probably. I think they're probably either going to retract it or have to come out with something real fast. Because the way it's looking right now is they're just like, they just walked out the front door, stumbled over the first step.
Yep.
And now we're waiting to see if they actually catch their footing on the second and third step, because you're right. Nobody thinks of anything aside from, porn and pinups and shit like that when it comes to OnlyFans. Like, it's just so ingrained in, like, just not even just internet culture, but I guess culture in general. It's like, OnlyFans is just, it's porn. That's what they do. That's what they're known for. That's their whole bag.
Yep.
I'm not going to go to OnlyFans to learn how to play Sweet Child of Mine.
Yeah.
If I go to OnlyFans and Sweet Child of Mine starts playing, it's probably a striptease.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that was something I thought of yesterday. Like, the page's name is OnlyFans. You're not going to change it at this point. And you can't, like, fan of, like, fandom means that you're, I guess if you're, like, known for doing Python classes and you do a lot of training courses on there, then you could be a fan of a person distributing those courses, I guess. You're probably not like a fucking Python fanboy. You probably don't like, although I've seen a lot of fucking people with Python posters, Python mugs, Python t-shirts. Maybe they are, but you're a fucking nerd.
Maybe they got confused with Razer.
See, that was the big thing. Also, that was a few months back. Pornhub basically did a purge on a lot of their videos because there was talks of that type of content being on their website.
Yep.
In
That's when
reality,
they moved back to I think it was verified
yes, verified users only. Yes,
only.
and that's the only way that you can really do that. If you have your information tied and linked to you, because what it was before, and it's kind of impossible to guarantee that that content's not going to show up whenever you have that many users posting that many videos on that platform. Honestly, at that rate, then Google Drive's probably in trouble. Any cloud service is probably in trouble. Like that shit. Like, I think Apple came out with something saying that they were going to run some back end meta code where basically it searched through your photos for a specific metadata piece that has been associated with that type of content. And if they found that, then your phone had that content on it. If they didn't find it, then you were good to go. People panicked because they're like, well, they're searching my images. They don't give a shit about you, like little Timmy blowing out his candles. They don't care about that. They don't care about your selfie with your fucking grandma. They don't care about that. They're trying to find that type of content on people's devices and eradicate it. Anything with technology, anything with storage, anything with any of that, as long as that shit exists, and those are those type of people in the world, there's a possibility that that content is stored on it. So any storage service, any video hosting site, there's a huge thing around YouTube and like this weird like underage ring, like where like you click a few videos and like it was like the Kevin Bacon degrees of separation. There's this weird creepy fucking community around like kids videos. It's everywhere. And the world's fucked. All that shit's fucked up, but as long as you have a hosting platform, chances are that you're going to have to worry about that shit, and it's almost nearly impossible to regulate that amount of content being funneled into one platform.
Yeah. And, as far as the whole kids videos things goes, as someone with a kid who will regularly watch some of those shows, dude, some of that shit is just weird.
Yeah.
Like, you've got, Blippi is a good one.
Fuck Blippi, dude. I fucking don't even have a kid. I know who Blippi is. Fuck that fucking guy. Fuck him and his shitty videos. If I had a kid, Blippi would be fucking banned in my house. I tell you that shit.
Dude, like, it gets even weirder when you know about him and his personal history. Yes. He was in the Air Force.
Yep.
And I think back in 2013, before he started doing YouTube content as an entertainer for children, which I will be clear, despite how obnoxious and annoying some of his content might be as Blippi, it's pretty much it's unproblematic. It's just a fucking dumb kids show.
Mindless shit.
It's mindless shit. I mean, even then, some of it's entertaining in the sense that you get to see this, obviously fucking crazy person play with chocolate in a bakery.
Oh, God, he's the worst, bro. I fucking hate him so
he does have, he does. He can get kind of annoying sometimes. But what he did before that, like in 2013, I think it was, whenever Harlem Shake was a thing.
Okay.
Apparently, you might know this story, but like his first big viral thing, even worse than Pee Wee Herman, was he was doing a Harlem Shake video with one of his buddies in the Air Force. I guess they were in barracks or something. And like, when the beat drops and it's supposed to change to everybody doing whatever they're doing, it switched to him shitting on his friend's chest.
Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. I thought I had heard that at one point in time. Yeah.
And dude, it is hilarious when you see the number of people who find that out, like the other parents who find that out and they're like, what the fuck? Yeah. Susie will never watch Blippi again. And it's like, look, I'm sure the guy in the Barney suit that, when you were watching Barney and Prince growing up, he probably snorted a couple lines of coke off some hooker's ass somewhere.
Dude,
but you don't care.
I didn't even know where you were going with that. And that was, whenever you said what you were going to say, I was going to say exactly what you said directly after whatever you said. I was 100% the first thing. I was like, that dude was doing fucking lines off a stripper's ass. 1,000,000%. 1,000,000 fucking percent. So that is the thing. And it's one of those things, people do change. Your career.
Oh, yeah.
Like, there's a dude that did vape videos that, like, he did reviews. He was kind of annoying. Rip Trippers, I think was his name. But he was well informed on vape equipment, and I would go through, he would do reviews. I thought he was honest about shit, so I would follow him. Now he does, like, he started some kid character. So you were literally directly associated with something where you had to be 18 years or older, immediately prior to your career of being an entertainer for children. It's like all this shit coming down with like the Jeopardy host. I think their executive producer was going to be the new host of Jeopardy. He has already stepped down as the new host of Jeopardy due to tweets from his previous, like, some point in the past.
Of course.
It's getting back. It's everybody. Ken Jennings, who is a legend on Jeopardy, came under fire because he runs a podcast, and the guy that he ran the podcast with had some tweets about his daughter that people didn't think were tasteful, so Ken Jennings lost the job. There's at any point in time, because you can't really account for anything that anybody ever does outside of your own content, and even at a point like you were probably a dumb kid at one point in time, like that posted some dumb shit
online.
And it's on like what happens is people kind of dig back through your history and use that to basically hurt your now current self. Whenever you're a kid, whenever you're young, you do dumb shit. You grow through experiences and you can become a different person. Now, there's extents to that. Like, I don't think Jeffrey Dahmer was ever going to be normal. Like, I don't think you were ever going to be okay. There are instances where some dumb fucking kid that thought something was funny because he watched some edgy shit somewhere post about something, makes a shitty joke, and doesn't have the wherewithal to understand that in his later life, that's going to come back and fuck him over when he's 42 years old trying to host a fucking game show. Like, I don't, it's weird. It's weird. But there's no way you're either there is, and that's one of my, like, whenever politicians, like, parade against something, and then, like, in the back end, you're like, oh, no. He's like, anybody that's against gay marriage, and then you find out he's like, his weekend event is sucking dick behind his wife's back. Like, fuck you, dude.
That was always one of my favorites.
Fuck you. Like, you're a piece of shit. You are campaigning against what you are because your identity is so tied up in whatever the fuck you're doing. You're a piece of shit for that. Like, you should be, like, why are you fucking interfering? I don't understand that. Like, that shit drives me insane. I hate that shit. If you fuck up and you post something when you're 17 years old on Twitter, it's gonna get to a point where, like, I mean, nobody's ever made a joke in their life and now they can host the show with zero personality. Like, and there are jokes that are not okay to make. I'm not saying that, like, some of the stuff's okay to joke about. I get it. I understand it. Like I've said in the past, I don't think I've ever been offended by anything that I've ever, like, it's not, like, there's nothing, I guess, that I can personally be offended by. Now, I have friends that are part of all these different communities. When I see shit or I hear shit, I'm like, fuck you, dude. Like, we are not okay. Like, that is not okay. Like, that person is very close to me. They're near and dear to me. That affects them. That affects me. And there's an entire community around that affects, and I'm not fucking cool with it. Yeah. I get that too. Like, I get that. I get it all. It's such a fucking weird subject, and eventually I feel like the pendulum's gonna maybe swing back to the point where, like, it goes back and forth every once in a while. I don't know when the pendulum's gonna swing back on that, but, like, everybody has something from their past that you could bring up, use against them out of context or out of a certain situation, and fucking tear down their entire existence.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, nobody's perfect. That's the thing. A lot of people that go into cancel culture are, you know, trying to crucify people for their past.
Yes.
Like, they want to pretend like they're these morally perfect, you know, saints of, oh, I've never done anything wrong, and if you say that I have, well, you're just attacking me because I am XYZ.
Who was the big one lately that was like a fucking virtue signaler to end all virtue signalers, and then she turned out to be a piece of shit? Frank Ocean's wife. Frank Ocean's wife. No, that's wrong. John Legend's wife. What the fuck's her name? I can't think of her name right now.
I have no idea. I have no idea who these people are.
She was like a huge proponent of, like, Chrissy Teigen. Chrissy Teigen was like this huge proponent of this kind of culture around things. She would be the first person to call somebody out, and then, like, it came out that she was, like, DMing somebody some really fucking mean shit and some really hateful shit. And, like, you virtue signaled all over the fucking place, and then here you are in the background being a fucking monumental asshole. Like, I feel like the more you do that shit publicly, the more of a piece of shit you are in the back end.
You're probably right.
Like I said earlier, there's so many things that, like, just live your fucking life, enjoy your life. I will support you in the endeavors that you travel down. Don't fucking try to get people ruined, and then whenever it comes out that you're a piece of shit, be like, no, you guys can't touch me. Look at all this. Like, fuck you. Yeah, that's exactly what it was, Nessa. She was telling some 16-year-old girl to fucking self-harm. And you're like you've been like for years like this vocal person about a lot of shit, and like you're on your like DMs, and it's one of those things where like if you basically were taking action against people who were doing shit that you would do yourself. You just needed this public persona to be that you weren't this piece of shit, and here you are, you're a piece of shit.
Yep.
I hate it. And there's really no right way to, like, no matter how you approach it, you're gonna offend somebody somewhere down along the line. There's no way to avoid it. You're not gonna make anybody happy. You're not gonna make everybody happy. There's just no fucking way to do it. It kind of makes like Twitch streaming with like the personality, like there's a lot of like shit can be taken out of context left and right always. Like there could be like there's this clip, the VOD is gone, but I have this clip. Now you have no way to prove that you weren't being a piece of shit. Like, it's like, oh, fuck, okay. Well, that's great.
Yeah.
But it's like
there's
it's tough.
No. Yeah, there's a guy I used to know on Twitch. Mercifully, I haven't heard from him in like 4 months. But he is, like, he would always be, trying to do the virtue signaling type thing. Was supposedly like part of Retro Rainbow, which if you're not familiar with Retro Rainbow, they're a group that works specifically to do charities and fundraisers to help the LGBT community.
Okay.
Now this guy is like the last person on earth that I could imagine actually giving a shit about the LGBT community. Because it seems like every time his pendulum like swings more than a real one, because he would be like all in support of the LGBT community and anti-racism and this and that and the other thing, and then he'd swing broadly to the other side and start acting like fucking Andrew Dice Clay. It's like you're making really shitty jokes right now. You sound like an asshole, and then when people come out and they're like, dude, you sound like an asshole, and this is why, because you said these things, he throw a fucking hissy fit about it.
Yeah.
It's like, what do you expect? Yes, your ass is getting chapped right now, but guess what? You fucking earned it.
Yeah.
And then he's, I still look at his Twitter profile every once in a while just for a giggle, just to see what he's been up to and see. Like, I can't help it. Like, I want to know. Like, I just want to see. And recently he made a tweet about, he's like, oh, well, I guess, I got some more assholes and losers to block on Twitch and Twitter. Da, 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 da. It's like, what dumb shit did you say this time? What stupid ass shit did you do that you're not trying to blame others for?
Yeah, I guess in these situations, like, the way I see it is it's totally understandable to be offended by certain things.
Oh, yeah. You do, Rings. You know exactly who it is.
It's totally understandable to be offended. What drives, like, I guess the going after people and trying to ruin their life that drive, like, there are situations where, like, this person is a tool, like, this full-blown piece of shit.
Like the singer from Trapped or Headstrong.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh, Trapped.
I don't even know what happened there. But basically what it comes down to is I get it. Be offended. Don't listen to their shit. Don't support them. Move on.
Yep.
There's just no way to really approach it and be correct. I have a lot of history in loving stand-up comedy. I listen to a lot of talk shows with stand-up comics. I listen to a lot of podcasts with stand-up comics.
Oh, dude,
So
some of those guys are fucking wild when they're let off the chain.
Yes.
Like Eddie Murphy. Look, everybody looks at Eddie Murphy and they're like, "Oh my God, it's Eddie Murphy. He's so cute. He's so wholesome. He's been in all these funny Disney movies. He was in Shrek." And it's like, have you heard Eddie Murphy's stand-up?
oh, yeah, it's brutal. Even look
Bro.
at Robin Williams, bro. Robin Williams was
Oh yeah.
fucking like dirty. What's
Oh,
his
yeah.
face? Fucking what's
the
his
dude
name?
from Full House?
Yes, I can. Why can't I? It's
Bob Saget.
yes, Bob Saget.
Dude, Bob Saget. Like when I
his-
found out about him, bro.
Bob Saget's stand-up
Fuck,
comedy is fucked up. Like
Richard Pryor too.
oh yeah.
I
Well,
think.
it's what Bob Saget
Probably
was
to a
like
less
the
extent.
face of fucking. He was the dad on Full House. Everybody's like, oh. And so what would happen? And I've listened to him talk about this a lot. Is that people would watch Full House, fall in love with him, and then go to his stand-up shows, and they'd be like, "What the fuck, bro?" Like
Bro, it's
his
so
shit
wild.
is dirty.
Yeah, his stuff is super fucking dirty. Like I tried watching it, 10 years ago or so, and I'm just sitting there like, what?
Yeah, oh yeah, it's fucked up. It's crazy. But it's like,
Yeah.
but it was like kind of that same thing. Like Bill Cosby used to be very vocal about how much he hated dirty comics and how much his clean comedy was better than anybody else's, and everybody should do clean comedy, and he doesn't understand how anybody can make it dirty. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck you
Yeah.
and your stupid fucking face, you piece of shit. Like, get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, no. And the thing is, I'm sure if any of the people that like to jump on the cancel culture shit saw that stuff, it's like, what are you gonna do? You're gonna try to cancel Eddie fucking Murphy?
Yeah.
No, you're not.
Well, that's what people went after. Like, people go after Kevin Hart all the time. People go after, like, there are people that constantly bring up, like, they try to bring it up in different time periods to get a different answer. So, like, what's his face? Jimmy. Oh, he runs one of the late night. Dude, I can't remember anybody's.
Fallon?
Jimmy Fallon. Yes, there was a skit on Saturday Night Live. Years
I
ago.
Vaguely remember this. Yeah.
Years ago, where he did. See, I don't even know what I'm allowed to say. He did. I think the skit was that he was in. The skit was racist. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. Was he
it
in,
was-
was he in like blackface?
Yes.
Okay.
So that was years ago. That was sanctioned by. It was ran by Saturday Night Live. Saturday Night Live put it on. Saturday Night Live at NBC. It was all the fucking way through. He was an employee of that show. He was an entertainer on that show. They presented the skit. The skit went through. It aired on TV. Now, like years and years and years and years later, when he's a talk show, when he's a late night host of one of the most popular late night shows that are out there right now, because they're not really all doing that great, they keep revisiting them, that skit, and trying to fuck him up over it. And it's like once a year it'll pop back up and they're like, fuck this guy. That shit was 20 fucking years ago and they aired it on TV. Like, environments change, people get more knowledgeable, people get more, like, you can be a different fucking person. Like, just because somebody, and that happens a lot with comedians, I feel like, in general.
Yeah.
Like, what you're joking about on stage does not necessarily mean that that's the way you feel about it. Like, your jokes don't have to be tied in directly to the way you feel about something. They don't have to reflect your opinion on something. They don't have to reflect who you are as a person. A lot of times jokes are there as jokes. Like, that's specifically what they're supposed to be. They're supposed to make you laugh. If you didn't laugh, I'm sorry. It doesn't mean that that's how I feel about the situation. It doesn't mean that I'm anti this or anti that because I made this joke. I very much could be for that, and I very much could be about that. I very much could be that person, but this is what is funny, and this is what I'm trying to present.
Yeah. There's a comedian, one of my favorite comedians, Dylan Moran, which most people know him as David from Shaun of the Dead, the Harry Potter looking motherfucker.
Yep, okay.
And in one of his stand-up specials, he's talking about, being a father and having kids and, how great it is. And one of the jokes that he slides in, I can't remember what the build-up to it is, but He's like, oh, I used to just bound home from work so I could beat my children. And it's like, and of course, everybody's laughing about it. And
Yeah, you're not going home and beating your
no,
children.
no one in the fucking room looks at Dylan Moran and think, yep, that guy's going to go home
Yes.
and beat the shit out of his kids. No, he's fucking not.
You have an ice in Denmark? Yeah, that was actually a thing. I think in the States there was like a dessert or like an ice cream that they changed the name of because it was it was offensive to Inuits, and
Oh yeah, I remember that.
like, that shit happens all the time. And I get it. Like right now, the Washington football team,
Yeah.
like they are still named the Washington football team. They still haven't determined what their name's going to be from their last offensive name. Which I don't understand. It's been like 2-3 years at this point. You should be able to figure out what the fuck you're going to call yourself outside a football team.
Didn't they? I thought they.
No,
Didn't
Cleveland's
they pick a new mascot?
Cleveland's baseball team picked a name.
Oh, okay. That's probably what it was then.
Yeah, so their baseball team has a new name. They're changing to the Guardians. They moved from being the Cleveland Indians to the Cleveland Guardians. I do not believe that the Washington football team has done anything as far as basically done anything on branding.
Okay.
They have 3 options. One day ago, there's an article that says they have 3 options for new names for the team. The finalists are Armada, Presidents, Brigade, Red Hogs, Commanders, Red Wolves, Defenders, and WFT, Washington Football Team.
Okay.
So they might just stay the Washington Football Team. But that type of shit happens all the time. But just because you joke about something doesn't mean that it reflects your opinion on the situation. Like there are very much jokes that can be made that are definitely offensive. Like one of my favorite comedians, and it's mostly because I listen to his talk show, is Jim Norton. He is very outward, openly honest about his sexual endeavors, his sexual preferences. He is very open on stage, and I love that about him. He's very offensive, I'm sure, to a lot of people. Like I'm very much sure that he's very offensive to a lot of people. And it's going to swing. It used to be like back in the 90s, like who was offended back in the 90s are now the people that are considered offensive. And now maybe the people that are offended now are going to be considered the people that are offensive by the next generation. Like it's kind of constantly swings back around. It's like you full on go this one route and then turn around and you're like, well, what the fuck? But back in my day, we were allowed to do this. Like times change, things change. Like it happens all the time. It's been happening for as long as people have been around, I'm sure. So
Oh yeah.
it's never gonna come down to a point. I think people would just like to fucking fight and argue about shit. That's all it is.
Yeah,
people just like to fucking be heard and be like, oh yeah, I'm better than you. Like that's specifically like like these fucking assholes that are pieces of shit in the background and say be better, do better. Well, so you're better than me? You fucking asshole. Then don't tell that girl to fucking hurt herself, you fucking piece of shit. Do better. Fucking suck my asshole. How about that one? Do better at
Sounds
sucking
about
my
right.
asshole, you fucking dick.
Do we have anything else to cover on the OnlyFans topic?
No, I don't know.
Oh,
Dude, we
okay.
suck. We devolve so hard.
We
No,
do.
I think that's pretty. Well, I'm gonna wait for subsequent days. I'm gonna wait for more information to come out
Yeah, we definitely.
because I mean it's so fresh. I haven't seen
like
it.
hours old.
I haven't seen it from enough places to say that they are not full out banning explicit content. I don't know where that screenshot that was shared earlier on Twitter. I don't know where that came from.
Yeah.
I would like to see. I would like to see their finished terms of service to understand what they're doing. If they are banning only certain things that make sense, cool. Next time, fucking don't suck at coming out and saying you're banning it. Like maybe have your ducks in a row before you come out and just fucking blanket statement say we're banning this, and then like no information. It's almost like you clickbaited the whole way through your site. So everybody came and ran and fucking started following you to tear you apart. So you can like be like, it's almost like you're waiting for a point where you can come out like, oh no, we're actually the good guys. We didn't mean this.
We only meant this. And
Yeah,
this.
Okay. If you're specifically not fucking over the people that brought you to where you are, if you are being reasonable about it, if the content is going to be more marketable, I understand it. But if you are banning explicit content in general, and if you're going to have a bunch of gray area, like this could take months to actually work out what it's actually going to be. I don't know.
Yeah.
But until I know more information, I'll refrain for now for tearing them apart. Last night, OnlyFans was the dumbest fucking company in the world. If there's any chance that like the content's going to stay there, they're going to do better at managing it. They're going to be more understanding, and they're going to remove the content that is, for lack of a better word, dangerous, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that'd be a good way to put it.
Then cool. But blanket removing it and being assholes about what you've done, so like what you've handled so far, I still think you're a dumb fucking company, and I would recommend anybody to go to a platform that's more welcoming of you at this point, at this very moment. That could change by next week, because they could actually release a full-blown statement saying exactly what their plans are.
And hopefully they do. So at least we have some answers.
Yes. Yep.
So going from gray areas of the rules to many online platforms, how about the cool browns and greens of that Quake remaster?
Yeah, bro. I was stoked to hear, because you know me, man. I'm a boomer shooter lover.
Oh, me too, because they're the ones I can play that don't make me fucking sick.
Yeah, that's right, dude. You do get motion sickness. It's a good point.
Yeah, I played the shit out of the remaster last night. As soon as I realized the update was for PC, I updated that shit. I think were you streaming last night?
Yeah,
you were, weren't you?
Yeah.
Okay, you know why I don't remember. Bro, I got that update going, and I just sit there and just tore through the like half the first episode. Oh, dude, it's so good. It's so nice. Like the graphical upgrades that they put on it, nothing too major, but like it's so good. I'm so happy with this remaster. I know a lot of people, probably purists, are going to be like, well, it's not perfectly pixel perfect. Well, okay, Robert, then go fucking play it on your Windows 95 Dell and come back to me later.
Boot up DOS, fuckface. Go back. I don't care.
It's like this is good. And dude, they even changed the control scheme too.
Oh, no shit.
To a more modern one. Yeah, so you don't have to. So like, even if you're using a source port, which I use the source port for the past couple of years, you don't have to worry about it, because this new version, it's like you hit E to interact like anything else.
Yeah, anything that makes sense.
Yeah, and it's so good. It's so fucking good. And the update, it's so crispy looking. It's not like the fucking source ports where you still got the jaggies and shit, because anti-aliasing wasn't a thing for another 100 years. It looks so good.
So,
I'm just so fucking over the moon about it.
Yeah, because it like released to nobody's knowledge. Like they didn't do a big lead up to it, because like they were under. Yeah, so QuakeCon may not have happened last year due to the pandemic, but id Software found a way to more than make up for cancellation with the announcement of a Quake remaster. What's more, you can buy it for $10 today. It like came out of fucking nowhere. Like nobody was expecting that. All of a sudden they're like, "Hey, here you go. You're welcome."
Yeah, like it came out of nowhere.
Yep. So it's
$10.
Yeah.
On Steam.
So it's $10 on PC, Xbox, PlayStation, and Nintendo Switch. It is also, they also added Quake 1, 2, and 3, and I think Quake Arena to the Xbox Game Pass. So you can get all 4 of them for free if you subscribe to the Game Pass, which is what I did. Because I was going to buy it, and then I was like looking at articles on like what versions actually remastered. They're like, oh no, it's on Xbox Game Pass. So I got it. I haven't played it yet. It says here they overhauled the game to add support for widescreen resolutions up to 4K, dynamic lighting, anti-aliasing, depths of field, and new models.
Yeah, dude, it shows. It's so good. And it comes with Quake 64, which is in the add-ons.
Huge. Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that one I've never played, so that's going to be really, really cool, because I've played Quake 1, 2, 3. I've played Quake 4 a little bit. Most Quake games I've dipped my toes into at the least, but Quake 64 is new territory for me personally, so I'm super excited.
And it looks like it also came with an entirely new expansion created by Machine Games called The Dimension of the Machine. Holy shit, man.
I think there was another one too.
I don't know. It's not saying here, but it does say there's 7-player online multiplayer. So 8-player multiplayer
match probably,
and up to 3 other players in the case of local split screen. So holy fuck, they even have local split screen. Look at that. The original
Night Dive,
9 inch.
fuck around, bro.
The original 9 Inch Nails soundtrack is in it too. No shit. That's awesome, man.
You have no idea how great that is because for so long, like one of the source ports couldn't play the music at all for whatever reason. Like you could put the disc in your computer and it would just be like, yeah, that's cool, bruh. Go play the game.
Oh, that's awesome, man. So I'm glad that they kept that in. So new enhanced Quake experience. The enhanced version of Quake is available PS5, Xbox X, and Series S. PS4, Xbox One, PC, Nintendo Switch. What else? Yeah, so you're saying that there's multiple mission packs. I'm not seeing multiples. The only one I see is the machine. New improved Quake games to remain authentic to the original version, just with updates across the board regarding audios and visuals, with resolutions up to 4K, widescreen support, the enhanced models, dynamic lighting, anti-aliasing, depths of the field, and the original soundtrack from 9 Inch Nails frontman Trent Reznor, all composed to be an epic adventure. So it has like the original expansions also come with it. So it's not like new expansions; it's the original ones that are remastered as well.
Yeah, I believe there is a new expansion that is added in as well.
Yeah, Quake also comes with the original expansion packs in addition to Machine Games Dimension of the Past DLC and a brand new experience called Dimension of the Machine. So, you get the original expansion packs, you get Dimension of the Past DLC, and you get their new one. That's fucking huge, man. For $10, are you shitting me?
Oh yeah, it's so fucking good.
That's crazy, dude. But
I'm waiting for the for Quake 3 because I have all of them on Steam. I tried messing with Quake 3 earlier this morning, and apparently, I guess the Steam version just doesn't have it yet because there was no update for it or anything. So for me, that one's still a source port unless I grab it from the Microsoft Store. But I'm going to.
Yeah, because it just says so. Is it they just really did the original Quake, correct? Like they didn't fuck with 2 and 3.
I guess. Let me check. Let me go hop on the Microsoft Store real quick and take a look at Quake 2 and 3 and see what they say.
Yeah, because this one, I mean, I don't even know that it said much about it. I downloaded all 3 of them. I mean, either way, having them available on a platform. All right, I think we're back. Quake fucking boinked the stream.
Yeah, it did.
1,000,000% just fucking boinked the stream. Okay, so lesson learned. I can't do that across the capture card. Awesome. K-Ball coming in with a tier 1 sub. It is hotter than a well digger's ass in August. Use that in a conversation of the day and it killed reimbursing you, so it's not plagiarism. I'm glad you got to use it. Thank you for the welcome back. Yeah, as soon as Quake launched, it changes its shitty aspect ratio. It changed my my resolution and basically killed the Elgato that's running between my gaming PC and my streaming laptop. So
I tried to warn y'all about that Quake 2 bullshit. It's not as good as the first one.
Yeah, it's some fucked up shit. It really just tears everything apart whenever it comes in.
The next time, try Quake 1. It's a better game. And if we can do it without all the capture software and computers having a fucking conniption fit, We got to do Quake 3 one of these days.
Yeah, I would be down. I don't know how to handle that. That's the first time I've experienced any kickback using that Elgato. So I'm unemployed. You get 1 month of my money. Jesus Christ! Why would you sub? You don't have to sub. You could have just showed up, K-Vol. You could have just showed me love. I'll PayPal you back for your sub. I know you'll just fucking send it back to me, or travel to beat my ass and then throw the money in my face. So
she probably would. It's K-Ball after all.
See? I love you, K-Ball. You're the best.
If you really want to make it up to her, go play Outbreak with her.
I need to get that set up.
You do?
Yeah, I need to get that figured out. That should be something that we do as a group. Okay, we're devolving again. We're fucking.
We always do.
Yeah, we suck. We suck at this shit. We're bad about this.
No, we don't. We're fucking amazing at this. What are you talking about? We can bounce from topic to topic to topic, and then we can tie it all back in. Because just like the crash that Quake caused, we've recovered.
We've recovered. We're back.
We recovered. We're good. We're fine.
Godlike at improv. Just fucking the brain rambles, man. You gotta follow the brain where it goes.
Godlike at improv. Do you know how many years of trauma and depression it takes to get this good at improv?
Yeah, you really gotta fucking fall apart. You really gotta just fucking self-loathe enough to a point where you can make a joke. That's just the way that it goes.
Yeah. Have you recovered? You should, because you're still here. And there's nothing better for the soul than me and Clouded sitting here filling your ear holes with the sounds of our voices.
Making your wieners wiggle and your vaginas viggle? I don't know, bro. There's that top tier improv for you. I couldn't figure anything out. Making your wieners wiggle and your vaginas vibe. How about that one? There you go.
There you go.
Vibe. We'll go vibe. Vibe's better. Vagina vibing and wieners wiggling. That's what we do around here.
There we go. Now we've got the voice that makes the dongs flop and the panties drop, as well as the wieners wiggle and the vaginas vibe.
Oh God. Oh shit. What a fucking couple of bitches.
I don't think Cable's ever been more disappointed in me than she is right now.
I know she's been more disappointed in me.
Just by the tone of that Jesus Christ.
Cable's always disappointed in me. She's basically a guarantee.
Yep.
She just knows to roll in and be like, "Oh, what the fuck am I doing here?" But yeah, man, that's awesome. And I've always been a giant id cuck, so.
Oh yeah, me
super
too.
great to
I'm
super
still
great
waiting
to see
for
them
Quake
winning.
4 to come back. Oh really? Okay, I can take that.
Not the lowest.
I'm actually kind of pleased to hear that.
See, this is what's so annoying too. This is so.
I'm on Quake 4.
This is so annoying.
Sorry, carry on.
I hope.
I didn't. Sorry, I just didn't know I owned Quake 4.
But you own your fucking Steam library's 1,000 games. What fucking game don't you own at this fucking point? You might as well just be a goddamn Steam employee with how many games are in your Steam library at this point.
Sir,
fucking ridiculous.
It's not 1,000. It's 1,500. Actually, now it's like 1,515 because I bought a bundle last night.
You are a fucking bundle addict. You're like
Dude, I am.
You're like the tweaker looking for its next fix on a bundle. Fucking ridiculous.
Basically.
But this is what sucks. Okay, so before we devolve again.
Yes. Because we're
Quake 1 comes out yesterday, to everybody's surprise. The comments at me, I hope they'll give Quake 2 the same treatment. Cool, bro. No. Enjoy the first one, you fucking dick. We just put it out. Give us a second. Fucking hell. What if I can just chill out, dog? You imagine. You imagine.
True, Cable.
Fucking handing somebody like a beer at a restaurant. They're like, oh, this one's pretty good. This one's pretty good. I immediately expect the next one right now. Before I'm not even fucking, I've sipped once. Where's my second beer? Dude, where's my second fucking beer?
The thing is, Curie actually made a really good point earlier about that ties to it, because they did the RTX, addition to Quake 2 like 2 years ago. It's like, Quake 2 is fine. Leave it alone. It doesn't need a fucking remaster. It's fine. It's not even that good. The only reason anybody likes Quake 2 is because it was the hot new thing that really pushed everything, and I guess supposedly was better than the first one, but it's not, because it's just a subpar fucking first-person shooter.
So with all your pinball tables, you have exactly 69 games. I shall never buy it. You can't.
Nice.
Because if you pass 69, you have to immediately go to 420. You have to.
You gotta get rid of one. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, the fucking once you surpass 69, 420 is the only next logical stopping point. It has Quake in the title. Yep, exactly. Yeah, yep. Well, that's what Resident Evil's banking on right now. That's what Capcom's banking on. They're like, as long as we throw Resident Evil in the title, this fucking shit will make money.
They've been doing that since Resident Evil 4.
Yeah, they really have. They really.
As much as I
have.
love 5, that's the only reason it's sold.
That's 100%. Yep, but they were on that fucking trend, bro. They were on that shooter trend. They had to cash it out. COD looked so good. COD was doing so well. Oh, by the way, there's a new COD trailer, if you guys haven't watched that yet.
For what?
Vanguard.
What the fuck is Vanguard?
They're going back to fucking World War II, which pisses me off.
Oh. I remember the MMO that was called Vanguard that was around for like 3 years and then promptly died.
So here's the thing. I really like World War II era shit. Like, I like the history of it. There's games that have been done that I've liked, and I get it. Every COD's the fucking same, but I like current day weapons. I like current day weapons. Yeah. That's just the way that I am. I can't fucking do World War II shit anymore. Like, this will be the situation. Like, I'll probably own it. I'll probably play it as much as I played World War II, which was like 6 games. And then I'll play the last COD, or I'll play the new Battlefield.
The new Battlefield looks awesome.
Dude, the gun, like the weapons in that and the gunplay in that looks phenomenal. It looks so fucking good. Cool.
I watched the trailer for it, like the 5-minute trailer the other day. Mm-hmm. Oh, it looks so good. And then fucking Homeboy hopping out of the plane and rocketing the dude and then hopping back in the plane like, all right.
Yeah, so...
Apparently that shit's canon now.
Yep, that was... I mean, it was really cool. Did you see the guy's reaction when he's like... Because the streamer that had made that clip, like a huge deal, got to like watch the trailer and like filmed his reaction to him like basically being in the trailer, and it was pretty fucking wholesome. It was pretty cool.
Oh, that's great.
But I like that, man. It's the same fucking thing, man. Every year people give COD shit. Every year people give COD shit for being the same game. COD tries to do anything new, they get shitted on. There's a lot of people that like the World War II era games. It's not for me. I don't like when they go back to World War II era. The most like anything like what the fuck was it? World at War was my favorite. Like that era, fucking COD game. And then after that, I really didn't have that much interest in it anymore. The Future Soldier shit was okay. Like the Advanced Warfare, to me, was all right. But that was like, they had heard so long that your games are all the fucking same. So they released Advanced Warfare, where it's not the same. It's got the gunplay, because it's a first-person shooter. What the fuck are you really going to make that different? But you changed up the entire dynamic with verticality and, like, no longer the boots on the ground shit. And, like, you tried to make something different, and you got fucking massacred. Like, people were so fucking mad. They're like, we want boots on the ground. Where's our old COD at? It's like, motherfucker, you asked for this, dude. The fuck do you mean? You asked. You said we want new COD shit. We want to change it up. They changed it the fuck up, and you were like, no, it sucks. You suck. You're a piece of shit. That's what the problem is. So, but it was always the same thing. Battlefield's the same fucking thing every year too.
Yeah, it is.
It's not immune to that. It's the same fucking game every year too. But people are like, no, man, Battlefield different. It's not different. But it's not even. I like them both. I fucking play them both.
Yeah, I
enjoy them both. I like COD more because it's smaller scale. I don't like giant scale. I don't have the fucking attention span for that. I hate vehicles in my fucking FPS games. Hate them. I hate fucking getting killed by a tank 300 fucking times because the cuck's too afraid to get out of it. Fight me like a man, pussy! Fight me like a fucking man! Stop hiding in your metal box, bitch!
See, that's what I like about Battlefield, is that it's so big and you can just kind of... I feel like there's always something to do.
Yeah.
This kind of loops back to our first conversation of the day. But I like it because it's big and you can just kind of get lost in it. But I also like COD for the same reason. You know, the close quarters, which is pretty much most of it.
See, but that's the other thing.
I say as I sit here cradling my PS3 copy of Call of Duty 3.
Slander, that's the thing. I do fight the tank. I fight the tank every time. That's why I hate tanks, because I always fight them, and I always fucking lose. And you know what happens? You know what happens? I get put back in my fucking spawn, and my teammate, who's also a cuck in a metal box, still has the fucking tank, so I gotta run through 3 fucking years just to get back in the mix! And then I get aggressive again, and I go, I'm like, I'm gonna fuck this fucking tank guy up. I changed my class. I'm gonna put a rocket on. I got grenades. I got mines. I got fucking shit to ruin him for days. No, you don't, bitch! Back to start! Do not pass go! Do not collect $200! Enjoy the fucking W key, bitch! Every time.
Or you could just spawn as an engineer and use a blowtorch on him.
Yeah, that's the meta. Blowtorch the tank.
Holy shit.
Oh,
so,
man.
Do you think they're ever going to add blowtorches to Quake?
I mean, I hope so. I hope they add fire extinguishers. That's the real danger.
Jesus. Oh my god. Maybe slander, maybe.
Oh man. Well, is there anything else you'd like to talk about?
Nothing that I can think of. I know that I'm probably gonna go play Quake.
I don't blame you. I want to try it. I might try it out this weekend. Might try it out and see how it goes.
Oh fuck yeah, dude.
Maybe tomorrow.
It's real good stuff.
But tomorrow I hopefully will know the run for Demon Souls, so maybe we'll get that in place.
That'd be good. What are your plans for the rest of the night? You gonna work on that Demon Souls run tonight?
Yeah, I think once this ends here, I'm gonna throw down hopefully the end of the Demon Souls route run. So basically we're just learning the route. We made it to I fought the Armored Spider yesterday. I fought the Dragon God, and then I fought the Flame Lurker. And I think that I don't know how much is actually left in the run. I think we're about 3/4 of the way through the learn.
Okay.
So at least getting the route down would be good, and then once the route's down, I can work on fine-tuning my shitty movement and my fuck-ups, and then hopefully string together an actual run sometime relatively soon. But the route itself isn't that crazy. It's just based on execution.
So, how long into your playthrough of Quake do you think it's going to take for you to want to speedrun that?
Dude, I've been wanting to speedrun Quake for years already.
Well, now's your chance, bitch.
Yeah, maybe now that they remade it, I can check it out. Wait, what did K? Yeah, scan this man in and let him punch. Yeah, exactly. I would love to be scanned. I totally fucking missed that, by the way. K-Vault said, just put me in the game, bro. Put me in, coach.
Yeah.
It's fucking...
Put him in.
I'd know. Fucking Hulk running across the map. I'd find a way. Fucking pissed.
Yo,
just
if you...
punching tanks.
I should send you my copy of the Incredible Hulk for PS3. You wanna be angry and play the Hulk? That game will do it.
You know what, dude? That's not... What is more meta than me speedrunning the Hulk and getting pissed? What is more meta than that? I don't know if there's anything.
Don't you ever play that shitbox game. I hate that game.
I'm going to pick it up tomorrow, Vox. You fucked up, dog.
No, man.
I'm going to make you watch it and mod it. I'm going to make you mod it.
Yeah, that's fine. But you're the one that's got to play it. I played it for Superhero September last year. There's a reason it didn't make it to round 2 with Comic Zone this year. That game is fucking garbage.
Incredible Hulk PS3. Let's see here. What are we looking at?
Shit.
4.1 out of 5. See, Vox, you're obviously the outlier here. GameStop says it's pretty cool. 92% of people like this video game.
So can 92% of people.
I think this game is awesome. The only thing that could make it more fun to me is the 4th column in this game. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know.
What the fuck does that mean?
I have no idea. Obviously, that review is not very fitting.
No. Oh, yeah, and Thor. Don't ever play Thor God of Thunder. That game actually soft locked on me. At the end of the game. No less.
Well, that's the way it goes, right? That's how it should be. All right, Slander,
Dude,
let's look at this. How do you take down
There's
a tank?
There's a reason that Thor game has a speed run to get you to the first boss and then nothing else. Oh my god, that's Slander.
Let's see here. Yeah, see, this
I
never
don't think
works.
I've seen this one.
Never fucking works for me. I would have fallen there and been shitted on. It shouldn't take that much, bro!
It's a tank.
Fuck that! I don't care. It's a goddamn video game!
Oh my god.
If we're going by goddamn logic of how shit actually works, Slander should have broke its goddamn ankles there, okay? Let's be fucking...
This is Battlefield. We don't have ankles.
I mean, that's a lot of work. That's why I can't play the game. I'd be pissed. I'd be sprinting at it, fucking meleeing it. That's what would happen.
You know what you need to do? You need to play Metal Gear Solid 5 and just put C4 on the ground and flip a tank onto a Jeep. It's very cathartic. At least I imagine it is. I'm not good enough to do it.
Yeah, I don't know, man. You might have just fucked yourself. We might be playing The Incredible Hulk, because I feel like that's great. I feel like that's great channel content at this point. I feel like that's what we need to do.
I think you're making a big mistake.
When haven't I made a mistake, Vox? My fucking life's a mistake.
Well, you still don't own Iron Man and Iron Man 2 as far as I know, so there's your first fucking mistake.
Hulk's better, bro. I don't know what you want me to tell you. Hulk's just a better game.
Oh my god. He's you know what? I'll let you know what? I've done my job. I've tried my best. I put all my parental instincts to work trying to save my boy from the pain and sorrow. But he don't want to listen. And sometimes you just gotta let kids fuck up and learn on their own.
Yep, it's like when the kid touches the fucking hot stove. You'll never do that again. That's exactly it.
And I haven't since that day. I tried, Slander. I tried. I mean, if you do actually wind up buying it, I will say get the console version, either the 360 or the PS3 version, because the PC version is dog shit.
Oh, I'm sure.
It's a port of the PS2 version.
You never fucking... With shit like that, the ports to PC are never good. Like, they're always... No. Because there was a big period of time when, like, game development prioritized consoles over PC, and the ports to PC would be absolute dog shit.
And you know what? That brings me to a fantastic point involving my beloved Splinter Cell. These motherfucking assholes, when they gave PC Double Agent, they didn't give us the good one from Xbox, not the original one. No, not the good one that's like fucking Chaos Theory. They gave us this dog shit that came out on the Xbox 360 that you could probably set on fire and set it onto your own testicles, and it would burn less than having to play this fucking hunk of dog shit. I would snap the disc if I didn't have to replace it.
Oh, tell me how you really feel, Vox. Tell me how you really feel about it.
Don't play Double Agent on the PC. It's not very good.
Dude, the fucking, I mean, even Splinter Cell 1, like, whenever I pick that back, like, whenever I pick that up to try to speedrun it and play it on PC, it is some jank. It is some jank.
Dude, and it's better on PC than it is on console.
See, it's been a long, I don't even remember the last time I actually casually played a Splinter Cell game. It's been a minute. I think
never play the first two on console just because they don't have quick saves and quick loads.
Oh yeah, that's a good deterrent for me. I need those quick saves, quick loads. That's a plus. That's a major plus in my book.
Yeah, the consoles didn't start getting them until Chaos Theory.
Oh, I wanted to actually look at this. Did the new Ghost of Tsushima I fuck it up every time. Ghost of Tsushima. Did they release the PS5 upgrade version of that today?
I have no idea.
So they did a director's cut release.
What the fuck is 4 players for that game? I didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah, they have like, I think they like DLC'd co-op at some point.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, because my buddy and I were gonna play through it. I want to start. I might actually play this off stream at some point in time. I feel like it's too long to put in a stream play on it, but maybe not. Maybe I don't know.
Dude, like even with all these lists that I've got, I've gone through and I've weeded out games for being too long.
Yeah.
Like what was it? Shogun Tactics, Shadow of War, or whatever the fuck it is.
Okay. Yep.
I looked it up and it casual runs 25 hours. I said, I'm not dedicating 25 hours of my stream to a fucking tactics game. Get out of here.
I was trying to think, I think my Bloodborne casual playthrough was like 20 hours, I think. That's probably the longest casual game I've played on stream.
Yeah, that's different though. I mean, that's Bloodborne. That's a little more exciting than a tactics game.
Yeah, true. That's a very valid point. I can see where you're coming from on that.
I'm trying to think of what one of my longest would have been, not counting Metal Gear. Those ones get a pass because they're all like 3 hours long without cutscenes, if that.
Are you going to be streaming tomorrow? Are you still on the Metal Gear path?
I'm still undecided because that game pissed me off so bad last week. I don't think I can go back to the original like 3 Metal Gear games, like at all. They're just too janky.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough. The controls are tough to get used to.
Yeah, they're just sloppy. It's like give Kojima a fucking director's chair already. Stop making games, or at least hire people who know how to make decent control schemes.
Oh, damn it, Hideo. Fucking Hideo, piece of shit.
What the fuck are you thinking, Kojimbo? You stupid asshole.
Oh, fuck. All right, brother.
I don't know what I'm doing. I might just play DFO tomorrow.
Okay, there you
Fuck
go.
around and
Shit.
join me.
Yeah. So hang out with Vox if you see him. Actually, we'll see if he goes live. We'll see. He might be twiddling
probably
around.
I got a meeting tomorrow, so.
Fuck him. Tell me you got better shit to do.
No, this is actually kind of a really important one because it
still-
involves. It's actually a really important meeting that involves Galopi, so. You know.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. I thought it was like a
Yeah.
work meeting. In that case, if it's Galopi, then fuck yeah, slam down. But
Yeah, I'm supposed to. They asked if I wanted to come into work tomorrow. I said, let you know.
do you want to
When I
take a
come in on
big
Sunday.
lick of my taint? Is that whatever your answer is to that question? Is my answer to coming into work? If you,
It's like I'll let you guys know if I'm coming in on Saturday when I show up on Sunday.
you know what? I'm running a little behind. When can you be here? I think Sunday. I think that's actually when I'll be there.
9 o'clock. Yeah, sounds good to me. All right, I'm gonna get out of here so you can get your Dark Souls or Demon Souls going.
Fuck whatever souls it is, soul something or
Whatever.
Soul Sucker 9000.
But good luck in your run, sir. For those of you who joined us for the voices in your head, thank you for hanging out and chatting with us and having a good time poking fun at all the things we poked fun at and yelling at all the clouds that we yelled at. But until next time, my name's Mike, and I've got the voice that makes the dongs flop and the panties drop, and my beautiful brother Derek over here is going to keep you entertained for the next few hours with Demon Souls. So until next time, take care. Have fun. I'll see you in the next one, or I'll see you in chat. Behave, I guess. I don't give a shit.
Bye, brother.
Bye.